Sporting have rejected, dismissed my inquiry about the availability of Ryan Gold. Don't want bad eggs in your team. No, it's wise. One of the players who I was looking to bring in was who am I thinking? I am thinking of one person in particular. Sandro for Barca B. Looks a fantastic player, but when I was watching Fox in the Box's stream earlier, and he had Sandro in his team, and yeah, he was moaning when the team weren't doing well, even though he was out injured, and I just thought that was that was a bit of a ball ache, and yeah, same reason why Jermaine Pennett's not there. I mean, El Hadj Diouf, I believe, is available on a free transfer. But yeah, it's that type of player I don't really want. Christine, right, worth keeping an eye on his development. See, same review report, but it's not showing me everything about his attributes, and I'm just pissed off because is Ched Evans still on the game? I don't know. Let's have a look. I think there was a patch. Okay, I'm just putting Ched, and I cannot see Ched Evans, but is there a team called Cheddar? Lower leagues, there is a team called Cheddar. Semi-professional team. Fantastic. Who do you play for? FC Cheddar. Right. Blanchfield signs pre-contract. Youngster Coote turns professional. Dudley youngster Ali Coote celebrating today, handing in his first. This guy was one who was potentially given as a player to sign. Ali Coote, when I was going through the list. Okay, which fair. We've only been with Ipswich for 5-6 days, so so yeah, we can't really look at players yet to bring in. We just need to gather all the information we can, look at all the players. Recreativo wants Sandro on loan. See, this is the guy, Sandro, the forward from Barca B. We could potentially sign him, but yeah, he was a bad egg, so I'm not too worried about signing him. Youngster Alper Ademoglu, Anderlecht youngster. You are receiving items. No, because this player's on my list. Jesse Lingard is decent. He's decent on loan. Okay. Benyu signs pre-contract. Barcelona report. Keeping an eye on this player's development. He has a basic understanding of our language. Sandro will be our third best striker. You know what? Let's make an inquiry about Sandro. If we can get him for 2-3 seasons, help us get promoted, and then we fuck him off and sell him for 5-6 million, I think that's potentially. I think that's something to look at doing, and maybe that's how we need to do it. But right, Coote, we have keep an eye on his development. Very interesting joining our club on loan. Professional individual, no intention of joining. Maybe farewell towards a loan. He is 7th best attacking mid-centre, so that's one player to leave out. Bursaspor's NS Unal report. A young striker. Need to learn the language. Is adept on either foot. I fucking hate. I'll tell you one thing I need to do that's annoying. I'm pissed off with. I'm just doing it now. I'm pissed off with not having any bloody scouts. So staff. We have scouting. You see, I don't think I've got any fucking scouts. I think I've got one scout. Staff search. I'd love there to be that function where you can tell your director of football, or you can tell whoever, your chief scout, to go out and sign new scouts. I think, yeah. Employed, no. Pick. Judging player, judging ability and potential. To be honest, in terms of what football I'm looking to play, I'm looking to play winning football, I suppose, is a sarcastic answer to that, which I'm laughing about with you because obviously I wanted to say it, but I also knew it could make me look like a bit of a dick saying that. But I do like the 4-2-3-1. It gives you a lot of scope and a lot of different variation. But I think I do think that the best way to go about it and the best thing to do, I think 4-2-3-1. If we can get some fast players in and try and just hit teams on the counter attack, it may be the best thing to do. I'm trying to look at getting the foundations. It's why a lot of the players I'm looking at are young. Is to get the foundation, get the mentality into the team and the squad for going forward and for the Premier League. I'm trying to have that mentality of we're a Premier League team and I want it to be that way, which I know you're a Norwich fan, that's going to be hard thinking about Ipswich potentially in the Premier League, but your boys could be there. But yeah. Now then, Scott, mate, we've been live for about 50 minutes. We've missed, in terms of my career with Ipswich, you've missed probably bugger all. We're going pretty slow at present. We are, yeah. In fact, let's quickly. I'm going to go home. I'm going to show you my history. Total game time 6 days. Longest time. There you go. You've missed 6 days in the life of me as Ipswich Town manager. Just looking at players. I've got loads of players who I'm looking to scout. No one is coming in yet. We have Jesse Lingard on loan at Derby. Fuck, would be nice to have got him in. I'm getting pissed off with a lot of my scouts coming or having scout reports that are nothing in them. So I'm going to go and I'm going to look to try and hire some scouts myself. And so staff role is no, I don't want an assistant manager. I'm going to maybe sort my assistant manager out for next season. Right, this saying, has this filtered out? Yep, show realistic transfers. Giorgio Cesini, player ability 15, potential 15, tactical knowledge technical, motivating is 7, level of discipline 13. So that's not too bad. No, I don't want to compare you. David Hamilton, ability, wow. Determination is 16, ability 17. Yeah, that's the thing, Jewish. That's one of the reasons why I'm wanting to get some new scouts in, because I think as it stands I just have one scout and I'm trying to scout like 30 to 40 players because I don't want to fuck up and bring the wrong players in. So look for player Matthias Vencio. Thanks, Miroslav. Malov Skritzi. I do apologise if I butchered your name, but right, this guy. David Hamilton. I'm just looking at his motivating, his potential, his ability and his determination. Right, Scott, you're saying David Hamilton is a good scout. Right. Giles Rulin. Motivating, his level of discipline is 6. But his determination is adaptability. He doesn't look like that bad. Gwyn Heffin, is it? I'm sure it's Heffin Williams. No, so right, David Hamilton and compare with Rulin. Attacking, yeah. Ability, they're the same. Potential, level of discipline. Right, so definitely David Hamilton, I want to sign him up. Contract signing, he wants 1.2 a week, 2-year deal. You know, if I can get you on a 3-year deal, but I'll give you a bit more. Suggest terms, those terms are acceptable. Fine. Much appreciated, guys. Those who have clicked the follow button, I do appreciate it. New streaming, haven't been streaming that long, so yeah, the more support you can give me, the better. It means you want to see me again, you want me to come back, so I will do. George Ruley, I'm going to get this guy in as well. I'm going to sod it and sign. I just want Scout. Wow, maybe we can't sign this guy up. 1.3 is all I can suggest. Add clauses. Yearly wage rise of 20% if you accept 1.3. Okay, so we can't get him in. Williams, approach to sign 1.7. I'll give you 1.3. I'll give you a yearly wage rise of 10%. Sorry mate, that's all I can do is that. I can't go any higher than that for you, I'm afraid. I'll give you a 15% wage rise. Terms are acceptable. Foreign scouts are always good to get. So Giorgio Cesini, okay, hopefully 1.8. If we can get him down 1.3, yearly wage rise 25%. I've been backed into a corner. That's a shame. Okay, so we can drop it down. We can employed is no, so I've got to either drop ability or potential. I want to keep potential high, so I'm going to drop ability down to 14 and we get null. Right, okay. So we now have some more in. Terry Dracott, motivating, determination, they're all pretty decent. Mark Harrison was another one who is probably a no. Colin Harvey, determination, wow. Adaptability, level of discipline, wow. This guy looks fantastic. So we'll look to sign him. 1.2, 30 grand, suggest terms, yes. Fantastic. Peter Johnson, adaptability, ability is 15, potential is 14. I wonder if we move that up then. Only brings us the one in. Eddie Presland, no, thank you. Gil Prescott, no, thank you. Peter Johnson, yes, we'll look to sign you up. £675 a week. Yep, we'll definitely get you though. Yeah, they may retire, but if at least we get them in for a season, I am just really pissed off the fact that we have, I believe, I'm sure. When I was looking, we only had one staff. So yeah, I'm fairly certain there was only one. We only had one member of staff. See, I've got all these players that I'm still waiting to. Crew has some good youths if you want. Yes, potentially we could do with some English talent. There was a player, Matthias Vecino. VEC. No, if I could spell, I would be an absolute legend. VECINO. Matthias Vecino, on loan from Fiorentina at Empoli. Okay, we'll add him to the shortlist, but obviously, as he's currently on loan at another club, we're not going to be able to sign him. Tommy Evans has agreed terms with Blackburn for a goalkeeping coach. Rodden accepts Swansea. He was a fitness coach. Misimovic has agreed terms with Norwich. Yeah, that guy looked to be half decent. And then again, no, he was a slow one, wasn't he? Removed from default shortlist. We don't want to see about him anymore. Vecino is a good player. Yeah, it's unfortunate that he's already on loan. Otherwise, yeah, it would be nice to bring him in. Jovic signs a pre-contract. The report for Ademoglu. Need to learn the language. Okay. Stefanovic's report. And unfortunately, I bet this is going to be absolute. Yep. Once again, we know naff all. Peter Trajowski is a player. Jewish, why would Norwich signing have better? Your guess is as good as mine. Sometimes this game does stupid things. Some doubts over signing Peter Trajowski, so we're just going to remove him from the shortlist right now. I mean, yeah, I'd have loved to have signed him, but if he's not prepared to or willing to play for the club, then sod it, he can just leave. I'm not having anyone like that. So we're going to just leave him for the time being. Okay. Lee Z offers Gargowicz, 33 years of age, no thanks. Eagles accepts Brighton. Brighton finalise Eagle. Johnson set to sign for Ipswich, that's one scout in. Fantastic new scout report. Scott Carson, no, I don't really think we need Scott Carson. Rory McKenzie, attacking midfielder, right or left, striker centre. View report. Lacks natural fitness. Would cost, wow, 1 point. Well, we haven't got this. This is potentially the one thing that, another thing that I think could be changed is when you get new scouts in, or when you're asking your scout to suggest a player, they take into account the budget that you've got. As this guy, yeah, he may be a good player. Pace, natural fitness is potentially low, but his work rate and pace make up for that. Stamina, okay. His physicals can get better. He's only 20 years of age. But yeah, you take into account certain things. Right. Malov says James Wallace. James Wallace, here we go. Contracted to Sheffield United, 1.7 million. Currently undergoing treatment for a groin strain, expected to be back 3 to 7 weeks. We'll add him to our potential signings list. Anyone that gets suggested gets added to the list, and then we'll see how we go from there. But we've missed a week so far. Hamilton set to sign for Ipswich, thank you. So he's saying Ledesma and Kevin McDonald. Now, I'd love to sign the pair of these, but it's one of those where we just don't have the funds, which is why, yes, Jewish, I fully agree with what you've said. Frees and loans are the way to go, and that is very much the way that I'm thinking we're going to have to play this, which obviously, because we only have 1 million, it's a bit of a piss take. I mean, yeah, I'd love to have done a save with a team that had bundles of cash, so we could go and I'm just going to scout those players. I don't want to attend the day. Yes, we could go out and buy as many players as we wanted. Los Coyos rejects Sandro bid. Barcelona rejected your bid. We have another player who I was looking at was Sam Johnson, a young keeper at Man United, but he's out on loan at Preston. He's got decent potential. Pereira. Profile. See, we're now getting stuff in. I suppose that Football Manager, obviously Jewish, saying that Football Manager give you more money. I suppose they're trying to be realistic in terms of the budgets that teams have. I could have gone back to the board and asked for more money, but I honestly felt like they weren't going to give me any. Well, Joel Pereira could be a decent player. His contract runs out next year, so do we potentially wait for him to join, or he's 4th best keeper at the moment? I mean, it would be nice. I think no intention of joining our club, more favourable towards a loan. Very interested in joining it. We don't need him on loan right now, so we're just going to have to leave that for the time being. Zaragossa's Vallejo report. Potential. See, this guy, potential to be an amazing player. Zaragoza are unlikely to want to sell the player. Defender centrally, this guy could be fantastic. First touch, heading, tackling, passing, positioning, determination. Ipswich already have a good youth goalkeeper, do they? Potential. Michael Crowe, yep, up to 4 stars. So Pereira, yeah, we don't really want to clog the too much of the defence. Verheo is one. Yeah, I would like to bring him in. Jones. Liverpool are unlikely to want to sell Crowe. Have I got him in the first team? Yep, Crowe. There we go. Liverpool are unlikely to want to sell Jones. Very interested in joining on loan. Can only play the one position, defender, centre. Well, I don't care if he can only play the one position. I really would love to sign this player up. A lack of pace can hinder him in certain situations. He's only 18, but yeah, work rate, stamina, fitness and pace, they do put me off him a little bit. Valencia's Ruiz, 19 years old, defender left, very one-footed, has basic understanding of our language. 4 stars. Kyle Bartley. Did he, or does he play for Rangers? Kyle Bartley, that name rings a bell. George Byers from Watford. Not interested in joining our club at this time. Okay. Ajax's Cherney report. Vaclav Cherney. This is a guy. Oh, fuck me. Don't give me a report like that. I'm asking you to go out and look at him. Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek. I'd love to get this guy in. Lloyd Isgrove. You can pick him up next season on a free. Right. Okay. Give me 30 seconds. And Loftus-Cheek, guys. There's a question. Loftus-Cheek, yes or no? Do we try and go after him? I think it'd be a fantastic signing if we could get him. I'm not necessarily saying we can get him, but I think Loftus-Cheek would be. I think that would be a really good signing. Yes, for loan, not for wage too much. He's only on £8,500 a week, so Chelsea probably won't sell. Well, let's make the inquiry and see what they say. Phrase report. See, I'd love to get this guy in. Keith, I'll have a look at that in a minute and see who else wants Loftus-Cheek. Michael Frey's a player who I'd love to get in. A 19 years old Swiss international. But right, let's go back and have a look at Loftus-Cheek. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, wanted by a club. He's wanted by us and Shrewsbury. So we'll keep our eye out, see what happens. But we've made the inquiry. I'm going to also make the inquiry for Verheo. I think this guy could be a fantastic player. He's just by looking at the basics here, and he's 17, so his strength and jumping are going to get better, but his passing, his tackling, his position, his determination, heading are all good for a young player. So I'm going to make an inquiry. Zaragoza may probably not. In fact, I'm going to say won't want to sell him, but we can make the inquiry. Colin Harvey has agreed terms with Leeds. That's a shame. Colin Harvey, let's have a look. Wow, yeah, you were the guy I really wanted to bring in. Never mind. George Fowler's put pen to paper on a contract. Downs. The coach, Bobby Downs. Let's have a look. Yeah, you're not too bad. Downs complete slow move. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Jewish. He could be he could be a good player, but he's not wanting to go down. Oh, sorry, he's not wanting to come to us. And there was a suggestion that Kyle Bartley. So let's have a look at Kyle Bartley. Kyle Bartley, here we go. Contracted to Swansea. We'll scout him and then see what happens. Obviously, I think he could be a decent player. Gwyn Williams. Okay, so we haven't got him, but we've signed 2 players. Jerome Sinclair, he came on the other day, didn't he, for Liverpool? And he was another player that I'd looked at. No intention of joining our club at this time. Sinclair may be more favourable to a loan move. Potential ability is 4.5. Dongu was one. Obviously, love to bring him in, but I don't think we'd be able to get him. I'm just looking at players for now. Obviously, I'm trying to find players. Hopefully, we can. Stephen Mkoyu, he's one who I think. Wages are okay, very one-footed, can only play one position. Well, I don't care. He's going to be he's going to be cover, fairly slow off the mark, and does impede his overall play. Good in the air, interesting, full understanding of the language even. Pace, see, they're saying he's fairly slow, but his pace is 13. He's 27. His marking is 14. Tackling is 15. I think if we can get him in, I think Stephen Moyokolo is going to be a good squad player who will help us out in certain games. He's just going to be cover. Yeah, Jewish, you got it. He's backup. That's all he's ever going to be. He's not going to be a first team player. Backup. We can offer him £5,500. We'll offer him £5,000 a week. Appearance fee of 1,000. Clean sheet bonus. We'll make that 1,000. Give him a bit more incentive. Unused sub fee. Suggest terms. He wants 5.5. We'll go back there. 1,000. Suggest terms. Finalise. Yep, DPS, mate. Yep, Jewish is in here. He's being a Norwich fan. He's baiting the Ipswich Town fans in here. Right. So Moyokolo is a potential coming. Hector Bellerin is a potential signing, but he's going to be a loan signing, and that's going to be it. He's going to be one that we bring in. Gideon Zellerman is another potential loan signing, same as Yedlin, so I'm not going to worry about those. Bakali is one player I'd love to bring in. Would need to learn language, can use either foot. Tom Kearney is another player to have a look at. This guy, Zach Bakary, is one I really want to bring in, and I'm going to inquire and see what PSV say to that. Henderson was another player suggested. Very interested in joining our club on loan. Not really available for 325 to 725. Slow in anticipating situations. Fairly poor intelligence on the football pitch. Not a worthwhile signing. Interesting. Loftus-Cheek bid rejected. Make an offer for Loftus-Cheek. Loan offer. Wages 100%. He's on £8,500 a week. He's going to be a first team player. He's going to be a midfielder centre. We're going to make that offer to try and get